Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Well, I think Israel did the wrong thing this time. I think they really done screwed themselves up real bad. I believe that somebody's getting ready to go over there and bomb their asses. One of them Arab states, countries are going to come over there and start doing something to them.
That's your prediction?
Yep. One of them's going to come over there and start messing with them now.
Well,
And
you
they're going
see
to,
what happened. You see what Yemen did, don't you? And those are not the Yemen people. Those are the Houthis.
hmm
They from over there because they've been fighting the Saudi Arabia on the sly. Trying to bust them up. But they sent a missile 1,000 miles right in the center of all the people. And bumped and sent that missile a
Israel,
thousand miles to travel to Israel.
Israel hasn't talked about that.
Yeah, it was on the news for a minute.
They haven't talked about it. I heard about that, but Israel hasn't talked about that at all. They act like it didn't happen.
Well, it didn't do a lot of damage.
I know from what I hear, because I listen to a lot of those news agencies and stuff from overseas. But they only did that one, and according to them, that one little missile was a sneak attack. So it went past all of their surveillances, all of their
Yeah,
air defense, and everything. It went past all of that.
that thing traveled 1,000 miles ahead.
Yeah. Well, it probably was a missile that Yemen built. I've almost, if you travel that far, it must have been a missile that they acquired from either China
Iran.
or
You
Russia.
know it was from Iran.
Well, Iran's acquiring all their missiles from China,
Well, there you go.
so it get by Iran or whatever. It came from. I bet you that son of a gun came from China. I bet you it did. They gave him a missile from China.
Well, X won't he want to be number one in the world, the powerhouse of the world. You
He
know,
already is.
no, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yao Jinping is the man now. He's a man. Nobody wants to say it, but he's a man.
They
But
broke over there, bro.
Yao got a lot of money,
And Russia definitely broke.
and they are they are the powerhouse now around the world. That
But one thing I got to give him, there was a report. There was a report that our flyers, our fighter flyers was flying. I guess they're doing some kind of exercise, and these unidentified objects that was flying around just zooming around their airplane, and they didn't know what it was. They thinking that it's something out of space or something. And I know damn well what they were. Those some damn drones, bro.
hmm
That's what they were,
Yep.
and they was going just as fast as the They're jets.
Right.
They got so many sophisticated drones, man. They got them the size of a bug. They got them, whatever. I'm
They
telling you,
have
bro.
they have developed a medical drone that is so small that they can put it up into somebody's veins inside their body and everything, and direct it and stuff to different parts of your body. Medical device.
We sitting over here tiddlywinks.
they
We
are, they have
tiddlywinking.
they have they have they have a cars now, two-person cars now that that are flying. They
Yeah.
can get up and fly, and then they can bring them down, and the wheels will come out, and they can drive them right now in China. they have a they have they since United States and Europe uh tried to keep the technology and stuff from them, but they created their own stuff.
Thanks to your friend, the Apple.
Yeah, in a way, but they done bypass Apple, man.
Ain't
They
no
done shot.
way, ain't no way. If it wasn't for Apple, they wouldn't have got all that training. They
Yeah,
spent
yeah,
all
it
that
was
money.
Apple helped them to get themselves off the ground and stuff, but they took it over. They said that they can fill two football stadiums with engineers. Two football stadiums with engineers.
Well, we
They,
got over 1 million engineers here too.
no, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Ask Apple. Apple said that's why they can't bring the plants back here because they don't have enough engineers. Ask uh, Mr. Mann, the CEO. They had him on a program here in the United States, and they asked him, Tim Cook, why couldn't they bring manufacturing here? He said that we don't have enough people. No, the United States do not have enough engineers. He said here in the United States, if they call for engineers to be coming in to work, he said they might fill up a room. He said, but I can go to China and I can fill up a football stadium for engineers.
I
And
had a
they're
subject I wanted to talk about.
and they're developing more. Go
I
ahead.
had a subject I wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna tell you something. I don't really want to talk about it because it's so stupid. All on the internet, you got these gangbangers putting on the internet. You better not bring those soldiers here because we gonna show them. We got switches. We got over 100,000 gangs here in Chicago. We gonna show y'all something. I mean, this is like idiotic, man. Don't they know that these people will blow your whole neighborhood up and won't even think about it? Won't even think about it. You start pew pewing at those doggone soldiers, bro. It's over. It's over.
we, for some reason or another, Ted, we have the ability to just open our goddamn mouth and put our foot in it.
Selling them whip tickets.
Yeah, selling work tickets. We just open our mouth and put our foot right in it. and then
Selling whip tickets,
and
man,
then
on
and,
the
and
United
then when
States
hell breaks
Army.
loose, and then when all hell breaks loose and everything, they run around scared to death. I didn't know this was gonna happen.
And you
Ah,
know, and the first thing they're gonna do, I mean, they're gonna go to the police and get all the list of all their little games, and then start
well,
going into their house and snatching them up.
well, I don't think that they're going to be doing that. I think he's going to drop their military in there because they already got the capabilities, man, of finding out exactly who in the hell these folks are. They can spy on them, and they have no idea that they're being spied on right now. Right there in our country, they got them satellites flying over the top, and they spying on every daggone city in the United States.
Oh yeah, they do, yeah they got to do their
Yeah,
what they call observance and
right.
observations, and
They
you
got
know
the
they
technology. They have facial recognition software and everything that pick them cyber guns out. Put a drone right over the top of him, and that son bitch walk down the street who talking that crap and everything, he'll be
and
dead.
then they're
Bam!
already in the books, bro.
In the books.
They're already in the books, and all they got to do, and then their addresses and everything is right there. Boom.
As soon as he walk out the door, the facial recognition is gonna call him up. There he is right there, and they'll pinpoint and put a drone up there, and then bam! Next thing you know, that son guy's is a big
Throw it on the ground and
puff of
handcuff.
smoke. He'll be a puff of smoke.
Woo!
These folks, they have no idea, man, what the heck they doing.
This ain't no plaything, man. This ain't no plaything. You know, one girl told him, said, y'all better stay in the house. That's what you better do.
They can't even stay in the house.
Or
The
get
house
out of
must be pretty
town.
good.
Or
They
get
got
out of town.
they know they got that radar that will go right through that house and stuff and find out exactly who he is.
But look at here. You got all these gangsters, you know, the mafia, Italian mafia, you got the Asian mafia, you got the Irish mafia. You ain't heard a peep. You
Mm-mm.
ain't heard a peep from none of them.
Nope. They know that they outnumbered. There's no way they know that they're outnumbered. They will assassinate them quick. And most of the time, Ted, they already got people who they infiltrated. And the sad part about the whole daggone thing, you put up a reward for for this something because
Oh, shoot, he'd be turned in 5 seconds.
you put 25 grand on his head, he dead. Somebody gonna turn him in. One of them Negroes
Real
gonna turn
quick.
him in for that money.
Real quick.
He quick as you can bat your eye. They gonna turn his ass in.
I know where he is, but you ain't
Yeah,
gonna
I know
identify
where
me.
he is.
You're not
He
gonna
ran over
identify me,
there
are
with his
you?
auntie. Yeah, he stayed at his auntie's house over there.
Yeah, over grandmama's
63rd.
house.
He on 63rd. He on 63rd Austin.
Yeah, over grandmama's house. Woo, man. You know that is insane, and I ain't gonna say nothing else about it
Yeah, well, that's okay, man. Yeah, that's we know
because you
what's
know
happening.
you can say some shit that they take it personal. But let me just so you know the other thing I want to talk about, man, it brought me to tears, bro. Today, you probably already seen it. Um, what's that running back, Emmett Smith?
Yep.
He did a search on his relatives, bro. He went all the way to Alabama to Virginia to Africa. Crazy, man. That I'll tell you, he went through all of that, man. He went through the doggone. He went through 7 generations and found out the little girl that came over from Africa. He's 80, something like 82% African.
He looks it.
And the lady told him, you 77% Native American and 13% or something like that European. But she said this is a rarity for black
It is.
people
It is.
that
Be
were
100,
slaves.
almost 80% African.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this he said she told him, said this is a rarity that you are that much slavery. I mean, in African. And so she located the girl, got whatever they had to do, DNA, and found out exactly where this girl was heard at, and then put into slavery. It's crazy.
Well, that's what the DNA does for you. Them DNA
I
markers,
got to
man.
do that, man. I got to do it, man.
They got some stuff, man. They got some stuff that'll tell you exactly what's going on. They can figure out what's going on, but
That's my number one thing I want to do.
you do.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't want to do that.
You all want to know, huh?
No, it's not that I don't want to know. It's that I don't want to do it.
Well, that means you don't want to know.
Yeah, I want to know, but the reason why I don't want to do it,
Too much information.
too much information.
You're right. That's been my apprehension right there.
There's too much information and stuff that can be given out to other folks who can use it against me.
I got you. That's the reason why I've been apprehensive about it
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, because I would like to know because that will tell you if you have a pre-existing condition for certain kinds of cancer or diabetes and all that stuff and everything. What happened in your family? You uh, were, sickle cell and all that, traits and all that. It will tell you all that, and I would like to know so I can be able to talk to my doctor about it. But there'd be too much information for people to know about me, where you came from.
But I mean, his search was diligent, man. It was very impressive, and he traveled all over the country, to find the first ancestor that came from Africa.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
A lot of folks want to do that and everything, and I applaud them for wanting to do that. Uh, a lot of your famous people and stuff, they want to know all that, but I'd rather leave that alone for a little bit and everything. Because I remember when I was about 15, 16 years old, my father one day told my mother, say, I'm going to Alabama to find my roots. I'm going, I'm going to Alabama and find my roots, babe. I'm going to find my roots. He stayed gone for about a week and a half and came back. And the old lady said, Bishop, did you find your roots? He didn't say nothing. He just went on in and got to bed with the sleep. he, he, was he was he was down in the corner talking to his friends, and they were drinking their white lightning. He come home and say he will find his roots.
You got to know somebody to do all that, bro. People got to look stuff up.
Yeah. He was down on that corner, man. He drinking that lightning. That stuff
I
make
know.
you,
Up
that
under
white
the
lightning
tree.
that make you do some stuff, man. I'm sorry, people, but I got to tell the truth. That's what happened. He was on messing with their lightning. Oh man, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told that. See, that's why I don't want to get no DNA done. Oh, man. Oh boy. Well, on to the next topic. You man. Man, I heard you talking about no man was a rolling stone. Boy, he was a mess. Oh.
Well, that's that generation, bro. That generation.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't even want to go there with mine. Next generation, bro. I say
uh, well,
we couldn't. I don't know, man. I think because we had that discipline, and we played sports, you know, and it sort of kind of gave us a whole different outlook on things. I think, and we saw other people's lifestyle, you know,
yep,
and I think that we sort of kind of, when you step out and you learn, you mingle with different kinds of people. I'm talking about white, black, different classes of people, different nationality, ethnic people, and then ethnic ethnicity people. You sort of kind of you learn a lot, man. You start realizing, hey, life is about raising your kids. Life is about being married. You know, not all marriages work out the first time or whatever, but the bottom line is we know that when you have a dependable partner that you're with and is willing to put up with your BS and vice versa, hey, 9 times out of 10, life is going to be pretty good. But
yep.
being a
If you,
Rolling Stone, you know, it's got its advantages to a certain degree, but that stuff run out, bro.
oh yeah, yeah, hey man. We can uh take our history back to music. People, music was a big part of our history,
Woo! What
and
you talking about?
in each phase of our lives and stuff, music was was a big thing and stuff with it. And one of the things we used to have these uh there wasn't no rap and stuff then. There was people who when they sang, it was a story behind the song. And one of the songs that was sang and stuff back there that was so true and everything was the Temptations. They had a song called "Papa Was a Rolling Stone."
Woo! Woo!
Oh man.
The part that got
My
me, wherever he laid his head was his home.
with us was his
He
home.
might be there for a week, two
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Oh, people. Well, let's get to modern day fights. Trump's cabinet, our Treasury Secretary, was at a restaurant in D.C. I don't know what he was doing, but one of the labor people and stuff that work for the Labor Department, Bureau of Labor and Statistics and everything, said something to Scott Bessent, and Bessent got up and threatened and told me he was gonna whoop his ass. He was gonna
What?
take him. Yes, he did. He tell you all
That's
through
the
the
thing. He a
restaurant.
tough guy.
All through the restaurant, man, he got up and said, "You talking about me to Donald Trump?" He said, "I'll kick your ass." And the people in the restaurant, they verified the story. He said it was true. And he got up and we're getting ready to box him. He told him, "Come on outside." I didn't believe old Scott Bessie had it.
You know who the guy was, Ed? I can tell
He
you
was
who it was.
the new guy for the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. The one they hired that they uh right after the Bureau of Labor Statistics guy came out and Trump
Okay, well, he
fired him.
must have had another incident because he also had an incident with the finance guy
Yeah.
of the hood.
Okay.
Yeah, he threatened him too.
You know what?
He
Don't
said,
mess with him.
"What you doing? What you doing?" He the one that's turning in all these Democrats about these two homes.
Hmm.
He got the senator, and then he got the two or three black ladies,
Right.
and he told him, "What you doing talking to Trump for?" He said, "You ain't got no business talking to Trump."
You know, Scott's something else, man. If you look at him, you wouldn't think that he had the fire in him.
With his his homosexual self.
Oh, he is? I didn't know he
Yeah,
was.
he gay, man. He always talking about his wife or his husband or whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he gay as shit.
Oh man, shoot, they full of them there. They got old Peter Thiel and stuff. He homo and all
Yeah,
that.
they full of them. People they
Man,
don't
they
even
all
tell us
full of it.
about.
I guess that's why Epstein got away with all that stuff and everything. Man, you got all them homos running around there, bringing men, bringing boys to her. Shoot, yeah, you should know Donald. He might be a switch here.
You heard what he said? He said he was talking to somebody. He was talking about it was like my ass. He said something about his
Yeah.
ass. I said, what? What the hell is he
I thought
talking
you
about?
switch it. Yeah, he go both sides of the plate.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised 1 minute. Nothing
Man,
shocks me no more.
they read. I haven't read it yet, but all the people that I've been listening to and they was reading that stuff, man, it was some of that stuff, man, was just sickening. Ooh, Yellow Boy was something else. He had, and I know I see why a lot of people and stuff they want that stuff to come out. They are very upset about their birthday book coming out. That thing, man. Ooh, wee.
It
Oh,
ain't coming out here.
it's here. It's here, man.
They say they got thousands of pages of stuff. They only gave him 33,000.
Mm.
And then they heard the testimony of what, 6, 7 girls?
Mm-hmm.
And that right
Yep.
there ain't nothing but the what, 3% of the girls that was attacked.
Yep. Yep. All those girls who were standing up there on the Capitol building steps and everything, but that wasn't even half of them, and they all grown now. Ooh, man. That's why they didn't want that stuff to come out, man. It is devastating. It's gonna be devastating for
The
Trump.
thing is, this ring is so big, so huge, and they got more than one ring. They got probably hundreds of them. So this right here is some serious stuff, man. The FBI is hiding a lot of shit that they should have been arresting people for, and they know it.
Well, they have grabbed onto their usual suspect, old Joe. Joe, Joe did it. If anything was bad going on, Joe had to do something with
Oh yeah,
it. Joe Biden, you got to go back to Biden and find out from Biden what the heck happened. Why? Hey, you got to take some responsibility for your actions before you can throw some stones. And then Trump got to sit up there and tell somebody that stuff ain't right. There's something wrong with that. No, no, it's not true.
it's a hoax.
It's a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a Democratic hoax. And now this stuff is coming out.
It's amazing. I don't know if I should commend them or to condemn it because that takes a heck of a personality to be somewhat uh, tame in the public and behave in such a way and then act like that when the cameras are not on you. That vicious, that evil. It takes a strong. It takes. I would be embarrassed, bro. I mean, I would be shamed. And then all the pictures that he was in and taking, he didn't even care.
Well, by him doing what he did and denying all the way up until a couple of days ago, denying this stuff, it just makes what's coming out and stuff even more vicious and horrible and stuff for him. Sometimes you have to stand up and say, hey, and take responsibility for your action and whatever comes. Because guess what, Ted? We are, especially our people, we are very forgiving. Anyone who can stand up, and I've seen it happen in the church and stuff all the time, we are very forgiving. You tell the truth. Go in there and open your mouth and tell the truth and throw yourself at the mercy of your people and everything. And I
Oh,
guarantee
you
you,
think Trump gonna do that?
huh? Oh no, he ain't gonna do that. Even now, he ain't gonna do it. He's trying to find a way now to get out of that stuff. Right now, he's still trying to find a way to get out of it. He's not
He
gonna do
got he got wannabe preacher boy lying for him now,
it. That's what he's gonna do.
covering
He's gonna
for him.
do everything he can to put that stuff off on somebody. But I remember what several months ago when it came out with all that stuff, the Epstein thing came out, and he tried his damnedest, Ted, to get that Epstein thing out of the daggone spotlight. And there were news people out there saying that we need to keep this thing going because there's more to it than what the heck is happening. There's more to it. We need to keep it going. We need to keep it going. We can't let this thing die. And I believe that those people who said that and everything knew what was getting ready to happen and stuff now, what was getting ready to come out, but they just couldn't say anything because they were afraid of him. And there are people out there who are still are afraid of him. And now he's brought in J.P. Morgan, the bank. They are saying that they were complicit in money and stuff. They hid the money and stuff and
We
everything.
talked about that money laundering, bro.
That's that money, man. They found that money, man. New York Times brought it up.
Yeah.
So that money, see, that stuff goes all the way up into the high up there, almost up there into the penthouse there, J.P. Morgan Bank. The only one who might escape out of there is Jimmy Diamond. Everybody else and stuff probably didn't have their fingers in it. And supposedly that one of those senior vice presidents from J.P. Morgan and everything was involved in that stuff and everything, and he was bringing women, young girls, to him. This stuff is, ugh.
Man, I wouldn't put nothing past these people, and that's including Hollywood, the corporations, athletes, entertainers, all these people, they got so much money, they don't know what to do with themselves, and it's just crazy. And, instead of them saying, how can we do the better good, we'll never have a utopia society. I understand that, you know. But the one thing that, and I'm sort of kind of switching gears here because I saw an interesting show today, and I can't think of her name, but she always comes on MSNBC. She's a retired judge. Now she teaches over in Alabama. And she
Oh,
had a historian on
yeah, man, she used to be on there all the time
all
on,
the time, all
all
the
the
time.
time. She'd be on all
Well,
the
she
time
got
on
her own
all this,
podcast now.
yeah, she was a law professor at the University of Alabama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to think
and
of her
so she
name.
was discussing. She was discussing um, basically what she was trying to get to, and what the historian was trying to tell her. You know, um, this stuff goes back way, way, way back when it comes to um, white supremacy,
Hmm.
and they just put different pigs on it, different names, and she was saying that the Federalist Papers are basically for just, that's the whole purpose of them ever since the 1964. They had come up, and, in the voting rights, they started putting these things together because they was losing control of the populace. So now they start using another strategy as far as insurrecting, self-insurrection in each state. That's the reason why they started hollering about states' rights. And the thing is that each one of these states, there's a reason why you got so many red states, because they penetrated and changed these people, the populace, of making black people bad, brown people bad, education is not worth it, they taking your jobs, all of that.
George Vance.
So, and I'm gonna tell you, that takes a whole lot of energy and work to do that kind of stuff. And I guess it's worth it because it's obviously worth it because it worked for them, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They got 2025, bro. They got the man they wanted in office, and now they all up in the government. So whatever they long term 40, 50 year thing going is working. It's working real well now. The only thing the Democrats got to hope for is they win the House back. They
Well,
win the House back, then they can hold off a lot stronger, and then they got to get the White House and the Senate.
well, the Republicans and stuff are laying the groundwork and everything to keep that thing in it. And I just saw that the Missouri state legislature and everything had just passed a law and everything to do redistricting and stuff there in their state. And I think a couple of other red states and stuff now are passing laws and stuff so they can get rid of all the Democrats and stuff
What
in their
state?
state. Huh?
What state was that?
Missouri, University,
Missouri.
Missouri,
Yeah, I'm not
Missouri.
surprised. Missouri.
Yeah, they already passed it. They got to pass it, and the governor signed it into law. And I'm trying to think of the other two states that they said want to get rid of their the Democratic representatives by doing that redistricting. But I don't know if they're going to be with overpower California because in November we're going to find out if the state will pass the law and everything to allow them to do that redistricting. If California passes that thing, they're gonna have to go some and stuff to get the amount of folks that they're getting ready to run in California. But
Well,
they can damn near uh, have every representative in the state of California to be a Democrat. It's that bad for the Republicans, and they know it. And I guess they're doing this stuff. They've already done it in Texas, doing it in Missouri. But the Speaker of the House and everything has a PAC, and somebody gave that PAC $4 million, and Johnson and stuff took the $4 million and stuff and everything to file a case against California
hmm.
to stop them from doing their redistricting. But they are doing it in Texas. They've already done it in Texas. They've already done it in Missouri, but they're telling California that they can't do it. So they're filing a lawsuit against
That's a whole. That
them.
takes a whole lot of guts, don't it?
That takes a whole lot of guts, man. It takes a whole lot of guts. But he did. He gave them $4 million and stuff to help them to fight that case. Uh, we spoke a couple of days ago, people, about the raid that happened in Georgia at the Hyundai plant. Uh, some people saying it was 500. Some people now saying it was only 300 people. But all those South Koreans and stuff that they put in chains and everything is causing a big, big stink over there in South Korea. I mean, a big stink. And they are up in arms there in South Korea. We done lost probably another one of our allies from what they did. But Trump's only excuse for it is that, well, we want to make sure that our Americans and stuff have a job. True, Donald, that was a good statement. But these guys that came over here to help you to get the plant back up and running. They sent their engineer to help you all to get the plant running. Let me say something about the implications and stuff, Ted, of what just happened. TSMC, they are a chip manufacturer from South Korea. TSM just invested, getting ready to invest over $20 billion in a chip manufacturing plant in Arizona. Now, from what happened over there and here in Georgia, if anything, they are having all kinds of trouble trying to get this plant and everything up and going. And they have no idea if they're going to get it going and stuff there in Arizona. And as of about 2 months ago and stuff, uh, the TSMC plant in Korea was getting ready to send some of their engineers over to Arizona to help them to get that plant built and up and going. What makes you think that some of those engineers over there, after they saw what the heck happened in Georgia, is willing to pack up and come over here to the United States and get this plant going?
Mhm.
I don't know. I know if I'm an engineer and I'm from South Korea and I see what they done to my fellow engineering people and stuff who came over there to help, I think I would be very afraid to come on over here because ain't nowhere in the world I want to be arrested because some of those people and stuff and everything, they still haven't got them back in South Korea yet. Now, the president of South Korea sent a plane over here, personally sent his plane over here, a jet, to get those people and stuff back to South Korea. Now, I don't know if they got them all, but he sent the plane over here to get them out of here. So, sometimes when you do things and stuff, it can be a bad rippling effect and stuff for you. Now, TSMC, they got a lot of money invested in Arizona. Are they going to continue to keep that money invested in Arizona? I have no idea. But I do know that they're having one hell of a time trying to get that place up and running and built. They still got parts of it that has not been built yet, but the parts that have been built and everything, there are some major problems going on there in that plant there. That's the implications and stuff of doing something stupid.
Like I said, he's not gonna say that he made a mistake.
Sometimes you have to say, I'm sorry.
It's not gonna happen, bro.
I know it's not. We done lost India. Those people over there, 1.3, 1.4 billion customers. We done lost them. They gone. Moody said he's not dealing with. He's not even talking to our Trump's people and stuff as far as trade concerned. He ain't even talking to them. He said he's going to China. He's going over to all those BRIC nations and stuff and everything, and into South America if he has to. Just do some trading and stuff with them. Sign trade agreements, including Mexico, including Canada. Guess who they buying their oil from? They buying oil from Russia and they buying oil from somebody else.
Probably Iran.
Nope, not Iran. Iran already got customers. They already got China as a big customer. They signed an agreement and stuff to buy oil from Canada.
You know, Canada runs our electric over in
And they got
far northeast.
I think there's 3 or 4 states up there in the northeast, and without the
They say
electricity and
they'll
stuff,
cut that spigot
yeah,
out anytime
if
they
they
feel like it.
cut that electricity out, the state of New York is going to be in big trouble. Big trouble. They already canceled that submarine contract. They've already canceled that airplane contract with the United States.
Oh, but he's a good negotiator,
Yeah, right.
businessman.
Businessman. Businessman. Businessman. Ted, I have to be proud of my folks over there in the continent of Africa, at least some of them. There already there are 10 nations in Africa who cancel their rare earth contracts with the West, including the United States.
Mm.
Told them they ain't gonna let them take their stuff out the ground and ship it over there to their country so they can manufacture it and then turn around and ship the finished product, some of the finished products, back into their country at an exorbitant price. 10 nations said cancel them all. One of them was uranium. Guess who buys most of the uranium from this country in Niger in Africa?
You asking me to guess?
Yep, I'm waiting for you to guess. You what?
United States.
Huh?
United States.
No, France. France buys the most uranium and stuff from because they have several nuclear plants over there that generate electricity for their country, and it's already put a dent in their daggone GDP. So they canceled it out. Niger said, if you dig this stuff out of the ground, we gonna process it, and you're gonna have to buy from us after it's been processed.
It's a sad state of affairs, man. These news people do not want to report all what's going on, the real things that's happening in this
Real things
this
that's
this
happening,
world.
and real things are happening
They
because
won't they won't report it, man.
they're not gonna report it. They're not gonna report it because it's gonna make Trump look bad. They are not gonna report it. And I bet you, Ted, some of those folks and stuff who want to trade with India have no idea why India stopped trading with us. They have no idea. And those folks in Africa said they are tired of the West and the European countries and stuff coming over there and raping their natural resources and taking it out of their country, and their people are starving to death. I forget the name of the country, Kotakur or something. Their main their main export is rice. They produce more rice than they said than their number. They produce 14% of the rice used in the world comes from this country, and because they are exporting that rice out of there, their people are hungry. So finally, their president said, "We ain't going to let them export any more rice out of our country until our people are fed. Whatever's left over, then they can buy that rice." My favorite country, Ghana, they produce gold. They're taking gold out of the ground. This year, the Bank of Ghana told the people who are taking the gold out of their ground and shipping it out of their country that they have to give 20% of the gold that comes out of their ground in their country has to be sold to the Bank of Ghana.
Mm.
20% of it. They can get the other 80 and then pay the tax on the other 80%. But they want 20% of that gold. Now, since they've done it, their value of their dollar, which is called the CEDIS, started going down. The Bank of Ghana did something that none of the other banks and stuff in the continent of Africa did. They took and they raised up the value of their dollar and stuff against the IMF. They said our dollar, our cities is worth more than what you all say it is, and we're going to change the valuation of it against the International Monetary Fund. And they thought that the International Monetary Fund was going to come over there and sanction them.
Hmm.
They got gold, did. They got gold in their bank. They got gold to back
And it's
up their money.
over 3,000 an ounce.
Yes, sir. They got gold to back themselves up in their banks. They couldn't bother them. Left them alone. People are exercising their power, Ted, and like you just said, ain't nobody saying anything about that. What's going on around this world? Nobody talking about it. Nobody knows anything about it unless somebody says something about it and stuff on one of these podcasts and stuff is going on. Nobody knows anything about it. They have no idea what's going on.
You know, one thing that we learned, because all the international countries we've talked about through the years, we're all interconnected, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're all interconnected. And they need us, we need them.
We need them.
And then it's just a matter of playing fair.
Yep. And
You
and and the
know,
sad part about it, with what's going on there in Africa, Ted, is that all those countries are asking is for just enough money to help to keep some of the money there in their country so that people and stuff will stop being poor and they don't have to go out and get aid. That's all they want. That's all they're asking for. Leave a little bit more money for our people.
pennies, nickels, and dimes is what
That's
they're
it.
giving them.
That's it. And they don't want to give it up.
And I can guarantee you that $5 trillion over the last 40 years, I bet you Africa didn't probably get 500 billion of it.
Mm-mm. They probably didn't. They didn't.
That 5 trillion, I say, that has been given out, Africa probably didn't get $200 billion of it.
They
I'm talking
didn't.
about the whole continent of Africa.
No, they didn't. They raped
This
them
is the
countries.
sad part about it. And when you think about it, they did do the same thing to our community. So, you know, I don't know, man. We can talk about it and complain about it or bring it up. I have no idea what we can do about it.
Well, it's not the reason why I brought that up and stuff to you is to let our folks know who are listening to this thing and also some other people and everything that these people are starting to stand up for themselves. They are not letting that colonialism where before all they do is just come in there and rape the country and everything and get all the profits.
But what
Yeah,
has America been doing and other countries been doing to these countries that don't play the game?
they come in there and they try to strong arm them.
Thank you.
They come in there
And
and they
that's what they've
strong
been
arm them.
doing.
They strong arm them. And when Ghana did what they did and told them about the gold and everything, the countries and stuff who were mining the gold out of there, Belgium, I think Belgium and Netherlands are mining the gold out of there, told them that you can't do this and stuff and everything. You're gonna have repercussions and stuff from doing that. And these countries are stuff that we don't care. You come over here and do what you want to do. You got a contract with us, so what? We're changing the contract. You're not continuing to steal from us anymore. Our people are not going to be starving to death and everything, and you folks over there getting rich, building up all your big buildings and fattening up your pockets and stuff and everything, and then have the audacity to, when the country buys their gold and stuff and their gold items and stuff, and they bring it back into their country, that's their gold, and they got to pay top dollar for the gold that they just mined, or the iron ore where they send it out and it comes back in aluminum or steel or whatever, they got to pay top dollar for it. And it's their iron ore.
Yeah.
They're not taking it anymore. I don't blame them. I wouldn't take it either. Anyway, Ted, final word here. We at the end, brother.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You know, you're talking about Africa, continental Africa. There's a lot of sabotaging going on in each nation, but I think um, it's a sad thing to say this, but this is the flavor I'm getting and the spirit I'm getting. They're saying that the Nigerians are going into certain countries and trying. You know, a lot of these countries are very peace loving. Uh, they're about being together and working together and making a country better. But they say that the Nigerians, you know, because a lot of them are very educated and they some of them, you know, on the gangster side and what have you, and they come there and they go to countries and they're causing chaos in a lot of these countries. And these countries now, these people in the country, they're trying to run them out. All the Nigerians, they having protests all over each one of these countries that these Nigerians going into, or if they're from another country and they causing chaos. So the continent of Africa is not united. It's far from it. And a lot of these countries are being self-sustaining themselves, and they're building their countries up. But you have other people trying to come into their country and cause chaos, bring division. Check it out. It's all on the internet.
Mm-hmm. I know, but and I'm reading all about I'm reading about it. I'm looking on the internet about it and everything, and I'm seeing that a lot of these countries and stuff who are standing up for themselves and everything, and they find and these Western countries and stuff find out what they're doing. These people are sending spies and stuff into these folks' country, getting and still taking these raw materials, stealing the raw materials and stuff, even after they've been told that they can't do it.
Yeah.
They're sending people in there to steal their raw materials, and they're being supported and stuff by some of their own countrymen who they are paying big money to.
Yep.
So their own countrymen is selling their own country out.
Yeah. This is what they're doing, bro. I
That's what
mean,
they're
money
doing, and
talks.
they're creating that and everything by saying, "All right, you guys want to give it to us legally? We're gonna take it. We coming to take it." And that's the same thing the United States were trying to do. Take it.
In
Come in your
other
country.
countries.
Hey man, we gonna take that. That's our stuff. And the Africans said, no, it's not. It's ours. It come out of our ground. We gonna take it. Oh man, no, nasty of these folks. Anyway, people, we just about at the end, and we're gonna see you guys and stuff and everything tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know I did. Ted, I believe that this guy's reign and stuff and everything is getting ready. His empire is crumbling. How it's going to happen, I don't know, but his empire is crumbling. All this
Well, they
stuff.
letting them on both sides.
Yep, there. All this stuff is crumbling, and I believe the Republicans can keep on trying to save him. His empire is crumbling already. He's only been in office for 8 months. And guess what, Ted? I just saw this something. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics, because they're getting all these bad numbers, guess what them son of a guns did? They went back into last year and readjusted all of their numbers that they had gotten and stuff from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics and stuff. And now they're saying that these job losses and stuff and everything started back there in Biden's era.
We're supposed to believe all that shit.
And we supposed to believe it. They put it out. Oh yeah, it started back there in Biden's era, so it doesn't because it's going on still now in Trump's era and stuff. It making Trump seem like it's okay, and because they done went back and readjusted those numbers. Yeah, right. And we supposed to believe it. Anyway, I'll tell you what these scoundrels will do. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.